People are studying English with Meenal Ma'am. This is my channel name. Kindly just uh, do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me share. No participants are there yet. Only one participant is showing. Yashashwini is there. Very good evening, beta. Thank you for joining. Today you are the first participant, I guess. First response I get from you only. So are you interested in studying active passive beta? Yes, Ashwini. As you mentioned day before yesterday that you want to study active and passive voice. So that's why I chose, but yesterday you came a bit late. So hardly one or two examples you did. So quickly on the demand of my students also, they want to continue active and passive voice itself. So that's why I decided that we will discuss the rules once, one by one, and after that we will start with the examples. Okay. So send me thumbs up if you all are agree with the idea. Hello, Vita Avino. You have good command over active and passive. You practice a lot. Ahana is there, means Kusagri is there. Very good evening, Vita. So, very firstly, we should understand one thing, that active voice. In active voice, we are just following the general rule, like subject plus verb plus object, right? But in passive voice, so just note it down somewhere. What are the important things which you have to keep it in your mind before doing active voice and passive voice, right? So the formation of the sentence is in active voice, subject plus verb plus object, whereas in passive voice, very firstly object will come at the place of the subject, then helping verb, then main verb, then by is a preposition, okay? And with by, that subject will come. Okay, so the formation of the sentence will be subject plus helping verb plus main verb plus by plus subject. Okay, like that. So note it down somewhere. Passive formation of the passive voice sentence, object plus helping verb plus main verb plus by plus subject. So this is the difference between these two. Now we are going to study about how in different tenses we change the active into passive in different way, different forms, right? Suppose take the example of repeat. Kushagra beta, you are asking. Okay, the rule is that first thing, formation of the sentence in active voice, subject plus verb plus object. Subject plus verb plus object. It means you can add on subject plus helping verb plus main verb plus object. This is the general formation in English. But in passive voice, object comes first. Shaurya. Shaurya Pratap is mentioned there. Okay. So you can see in the chat box itself, object plus helping verb plus main verb plus by plus subject. At the place of by, beta, by mistake you have written y only. Okay, so correct it. At the place of by, you have written by mistake. It's a mistyping. Y is only there. Okay, beta, sure. Pro gamer. Yes, ma'am. Ritika is also joined there. Very good evening, beta. No, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. For what reason, beta? So let's start with the rule how we are going to change active into passive in different tenses, right? Take the example, take the rule, write the rule first in simple present. In simple present, is am are will be there plus third form of verb will be there, right? So note down the rule is oblique slash are plus third form like that. Is are plus third form. Next is present continuous. In present continuous is are plus being plus third form. Because if it is in continuous, then being will be there. Is are plus being, B-E-I-N-G, being plus third form. One thing you people will find it out that in all the passive voice, verb, the third form of verb will be there. Verb will be always in third form. Is, am, are plus verb's third form. No, beta, am is not required because subject will change into object, and with any object we cannot use am. Try to understand one thing. When we change active into passive, this object will come first, and am is used with only I, so I will not be at the place of subject. So that's why am is not required at all, right? Am will not use, am is not in the rule, right? Only is and are is there. Is and are plus verbs third form. Okay, beta Kushal? I hope I'm clear. Abhinav beta, you also did the same. Am will not be there. Am is not there. Whether it is a simple present or it is a present continuous. Am is not need to mention. Only is or are will be there. Is oblique, slash are plus being plus third form, right? Ahana is am are plus being plus third form. So you people need to understand am is not required, am will not be there in the rule, right? Yuraz beta, Yuraz officials. I couldn't correlate that who you are exactly, Yuraz. I heard your name. I think you are 12th pass out, if I'm not wrong. Well, thank you for joining. So beta, we have already discussed simple present and past, simple present and present continuous. That what will be the rule, right? Now next is present perfect. What will be the rule? Of course, has, have plus been plus third form, right? Has slash have plus been plus third form, right? Next is what? What subtype of present tense is? Present perfect continuous. Where yesterday I told you that in present perfect continuous, in past perfect continuous, in future continuous, and in future perfect continuous. These four cannot be changed into passive voice. So you have to note it down separately somewhere that these are the four tenses which cannot be changed into, which cannot be formed into passive voice. Correct, beta? Kushag, this rule is correct. Present perfect one. Passive voice you mentioned. Beta, where are you? What's her name? Yes, Ashwini, are you there? I hope your concepts and rules must be clear. Yuras, could you mention that I am right or wrong? If I'm not wrong, you are passed out in the year 2023, I guess. Well, next is now let's discuss about simple past. What is the rule applied for simple past? Quickly share. Was, were plus third form. I will not take too much time. If I'll get your quick replies, then it is okay. Otherwise, I will myself give the reply. Okay. So in simple past, what will be the rule? Was slash were plus verb's third form, right? Now next is past continuous. Finally got it from Kushag. Correct, beta? Try the next one. Past continuous. Enhance your typing speed. Perfect, Kushal. Perfect, beta. Shaurya Pratap, was, were plus ing you mentioned, beta. This is incorrect. Was, were plus being plus third form. It should be the rule. Instead of ing, it should be being. Fine. What about past perfect? Past perfect. Had plus being plus third form. Perfect. Correct. Next is simple future. Simple future. Had plus being plus V3. Perfect. Thank you so much, beta Abhinav and Shaurya Pratap. You people put your extra effort for this because it is not, this chapter is not taught yet in the classroom, but still you have prepared this much. You learn all the rules. This is commendable, undoubtedly. Had plus been plus V3. Perfect, beta. Abhinav, you have mentioned, I guess, for simple future also, that is will, shall plus we. No, 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 no. We will not be there, beta. But a future continuous, I told you at the beginning that future continuous cannot be changed into passive. Future continuous and future perfect continuous. Only two things, two futures can be changed. Future tenses can be changed, and that is simple future and future perfect, right? Only these two types can be changed into passive voice. Understand? It will be being, beta, for continuous. Whenever it is continuous, then that will be being, right? And when it is perfect, then it will be being, right? Like simple, when we are talking about simple present continuous, then being will be there. Is, are plus being will be there. When we are talking about past continuous, at that time was, were plus being will be there, right? So you should firstly mug up the rules. Then only you can quickly change into passive to active and active to passive. Right? Then only it is possible. Had plus been plus V3. Abhinav. Okay, beta. Correct. Now let's jump on examples, beta. Take the example quickly. The Republic Day is the Republic Day celebrated enthusiastically by all Indians. The Republic Day is celebrated enthusiastically by all Indians. Change into active voice. The Republic Day is celebrated enthusiastically by all Indians. This is passive, you need to change into active. The Republic Day is celebrated enthusiastically by all Indians. The Republic Day is celebrated. Simply just you can skip enthusiastically, right? Because the statement is a bit long. So you can write like that. The Republic Day is celebrated by all Indians. The Republic Day is celebrated by all Indians. Beta, this is passive voice. You need to change into active. Try to understand what is the subject here, what is the object here. You need to identify that. Yesterday, you people found too much difficulty in doing that. That's why I started with this only. Active to passive, right? Passive to active. Sorry. Beta, why buy is required? You know very well when we use by, when we change active into passive. Abhinav beta. It is damn wrong, damn wrong. It means you are not aware with the rules, the way you have mentioned your statement. Put it on the rules, beta. You know very well that formation of passive voices, object will come first. Then helping verb will be there, then main verb will be there, then by will be there, and then subject will be there. Now put it back. Subject, put the subject first, then helping verb, then main verb, and then object. As simple as. Here all Indians are the subject. All Indians. Now your helping verb is not required because it is simple. Simple present tense. Simple present is celebrated is there. So all Indians celebrates Republic Day. That's it. All Indians celebrates Republic Day. Got it, beta? Abhinav and Kushagra. Right, next example. The earthquake victims provided food and shelter by the government. The earthquake victims were provided. The earthquake victims were provided shelter and food by the government. The earthquake victims were provided shelter and food by the government. Try beta, it is a bit difficult, but you people can try. Angel. Angel's entry is there, right? With the correct answer. The government provided shelter and food to the earthquake victims. Perfect, beta. Too good. Next example. Abhinav beta, you can cross check if you are not getting the answer. Um, all the swimmers had trained by experienced coaches. All the swimmers had trained by experienced coaches. Very good evening, beta. Jaman. You can change your morning into evening if you did not type it deliberately. Okay? So, earthquake victim, all the swimmers had trained by the experienced coaches. Quickly try it as Jaman, change the passive into active. If your active and passive rules are clear, or your active and passive concept is clear. Anybody found the mistake in the statement? Experience. The question was all the swimmers had trained by experienced coaches. Is it the correct passive? Is it the correct passive voice? Could you find any error in this? All the swimmers had trained by experienced coaches. Is there any mistake in passive voice? Though your actives are correct, but the passive which I asked you, there was a slight error. What was that? Find it out. Had been should be there, right, Peter? Nobody got that point. All the swimmers had been trained by the experienced coaches, right? So next is Indian Premier League matches have been played by many teams. Indian Premier League matches have been played by many teams. Simply you can say, right, IPL matches had been played by many teams. IPL matches had been played by many teams. Change into active voice. Okay? Beta, quickly reply the answer. IPL matches had been played by many teams. Perfect. Angel, beta, I got your answer. That is perfectly correct. Had played. It means it is related with past perfect, right? Have been it was. You are wrong. Question was have been played. Not had it was, beta. So might be you couldn't listen. Have had is somewhere similar. Fine. Let's do the another example. That is antibiotics have been prescribed by the doctor. Antibiotics have been prescribed by the doctor. Perfect, Beta Abhinav. Your one is correct. Tense form is also correct. So change this one, try this one. Antibiotics have been prescribed by the doctor. Antibiotics have been prescribed by the doctor. By the doctor is there, beta. Angel. Antibiotics have been prescribed by the doctor. Antibiotics have been prescribed by the doctor. This is the correct beta statement you typed. Now change it into active voice. This is the passive voice. Beta Kushagra change into active voice. This is the passive voice which I already mentioned. You need to change into active voice, right? Beta, the question is antibiotics have been prescribed by the doctor. This is the question. Angel? As per, because you changed it, antibiotics have been prescribed by the doctor. Beta, the doctor is there. How would you yourself remove the articles? It has its importance. You cannot yourself omit it and remove it, right? The doctor is there, so it will begin with the doctor. Understand? Beta, the doctor is there. Why you people yourself changed into doctors? And the was not before antibiotics. The question was antibiotics have been prescribed by the doctor. You have put the before the antibiotics also, you have put the to before the doctor it was. But before the doctor it was not the doctors. Right? It is the doctor, beta. The doctor. Okay, why I am saying the doctor and the antibiotics? Why there is a difference in sound? The doctor and the antibiotic. Many times I told you this rule. The doctor, the antibiotics. Although the antibiotics is not there, Abhinav, he typed the incorrect statement. So that's why I thought I must ask this one question related with this. Why the doctor and the antibiotic is IDK? What it is, Vita? Shaurya? What IDK? Okay, great. I was unaware with this abbreviation. Acronym, you must say. Acronym or abbreviation. IDK. I don't know. Very nice, Vita. You people are also giving me knowledge. Thank you for that. Knowledge is all about sharing. Well, tell me the reply why the doctor and the antibiotics. Angel, you can try Vita. You also don't know. How could it be? Twice or thrice I discussed this in class. Or you are just mentioning IDK, full form of IDK. I'm expecting from you because the doctor is because okay, good. The is before the consonant. When the is before the vowel, at that time the sound is the. Okay, good. Keep it up. So next example. Um, Food packets are distributed for flood victims. Food packets are distributed by army jawans. Food packets are distributed by army jawans. I just cut short the statement. You need to just change it to food packets are distributed by army jawans. Quickly change it, beta. Angel's time is up. I got a good night. Good night, beta. Take care of yourself. Have a sound sleep. Beta, how, Abhinav, how being is there? My question was, food packets are distributed by army jawans. So you have mentioned being there, and being where being is required when the sentence is in continuous. And only two continuous can be changed. One is present and one is future. Oh, sorry, one is past. Present continuous and past continuous can be only changed. Four continuouses cannot be changed, right? That is present continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous, and future perfect continuous. These four cannot be changed. So we have left out with two continuous, that is present continuous and past continuous. So only these two required being. Shaurya Pratap. Jawans, army jawans are distributed. Again wrong. Why you mentioned are there? Firstly, identify, then try to attempt it. Firstly, identify the tense. Which tense it belongs to, the rule belongs to. Can you identify? Food packets are distributed is there. So it belongs to which tense? Food packets were distributed to the army Jawan. Beta, my question was food packets are distributed to the army Jawans. This was my question, not answer. It should not be your answer. Abhinav, yes beta. You typed the correct answer here. Only you. Simple present, correct. What was the question I mentioned? Are food packets are distributed? It was, beta. Abhinav, beta, you mentioned distributed, and which can be distribute. This is change for are is there, not were. As per Kusag's statement, I guess you have changed. So that's why it is correct as per the upper statement. But once we are saying it is simple present, then in that case, how it will be? Again, you have mentioned am. Am, forget about am while doing active into passive. Am is not required in any rule. Is are, only is are. Kushagra beta got it? Again and again repeatedly you are mentioning am. Am will not be there. I didn't get the correct answer yet, beta. Sorry. How your answer got is stolen? Still, you can try. I didn't get the correct answer yet. You mentioned that it is simple present, and if it is simple present, then how could it be distributed? Army Jawans distributed food means what? It is simple past, not simple present. Food packets are distributed by Army Jawans. Army Jawans distribute food packets. Again incorrect beta. Distributed should be distribute only. Are distributed is there. So are distributed conveys that it is in simple present. And simple present, how we frame the sentence? Along with main verb, along with S or ES, right? So army Jawans are there. It means it is plural. So if it is plural, the S or ES is not required. So in that sense, what? Distribute will be distribute only, right? So army Jawans distribute food packets. That's it. Again incorrect beta, sorry Pratap. Try to understand what I am telling you, explaining you all. Correct. Now this is the correct one. Beta Avinu, it is perfectly alright. Perfectly correct. Okay, next example. Computer. The computer will be updated by a computer engineer. A computer will be updated by a computer engineer. A computer will be updated by a computer engineer. Firstly, tell me the tense of this. The computer will be updated by a computer engineer. No, will be. Future will be how? The computer will have been updated. This will be the future. The computer will have been updated by a computer engineer. This will be the future. We cannot change two futures, future continuous and future perfect continuous. We cannot change into passive. Now we have left out with two, that is simple future and future perfect. So what can it be? Again, future continuous is there. 40 minutes back when I started the class, at that time I mentioned this, that there are four tenses which cannot be changed into passive voice. And that is present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect, future continuous and future perfect continuous. It should be on your tip. No beta, again you mentioned future perfect. How could it be? Shaurya, now you mentioned simple future. This is correct. The moment you mentioned it future perfect, immediately I told you that future perfect will be like that. Future, the computer have been updated by a computer. And this will be, if I ask like this, then this will be the future perfect tense. This is the simple future. What I asked, that the computer will be updated by computer engineer. One participant is showing only. That is Abhinav or Shaurya. Who's that? Quickly reply the answer so that we can say good night and goodbye. A computer engineer will be updated a computer. Okay. Beta computer engineer you mentioned. A computer engineer will be updated. Beta it should be simple future. How to frame simple future? Shaurya. Correct. A computer engineer will update. After update there should be the computer, right? You type the half answer, right? B is not required here. When we use B, we got little confused at the timing, at the time we were typing the rules, right? So there will be, in when we will change into passive, at that time B is required. But B is usually used in continuous, right? So the computer engineer will update the computer. The computer engineer will update the computer like that. B is not required, beta. Just check the cross check the rule of simple present, simple future. Will or shall plus verbs first form. This is the rule for future, simple future. So how will you make it? A computer engineer will update the computer. This will be the correct statement. A computer engineer will update the computer. That's it. A computer engineer will update the computer. Right? I know it as Shaurya. That's what I'm saying. Your answer is also a computer engineer will update the computer. Now it is correct. You have mentioned B. Why then you have mentioned B there? Initially you typed the half answer. A computer engineer will update. Up to there it was correct. But in the very next statement you have typed B. So that's why you made me confused. So try to understand. It will be a computer engineer will update the computer. That's it. I'm also here, ma'am. Who is Shaurya is there? Ma'am, Abhinav is saying, ma'am, in my book, will shall plus be plus. Beta, that is for future. What sort of statements I am asking? I am asking passive voice statements, which you need to change into active. The question which I thrown you, that was already in passive voice. Got it? This is the correct rule, undoubtedly. When we talk about tenses, at that time you go and cross check. Be is used in future continuous, right? What is the rule of future continuous? Subject plus will shall plus be plus ing form, right? Plus be plus ing form, like I will be going to market, right? I will be going to market, like that. Okay, so that's why be is in future continuous. Be is there when you are studying tenses. But here in active and passive voice, be is used in simple future because we cannot change future continuous in passive voice. It is already in the rule that future continuous and future perfect continuous, these two type of statements or sentences cannot be changed into passive voice, right? So we have left out with two only. One is simple future and future perfect. These two can be changed into perfect, this thing, I mean passive voice. So in simple future, the rule is that will, shall plus be plus third form. And in future perfect, will have been plus shall have been plus verbs third form. Got it? So your concept should be very clear, beta. From beginning, I was just asking passive to active, passive to active. Only few selected questions, two, three questions I asked. You need to change into passive, active to passive, right? Because you find difficulty in doing this only, right? The time you change passive into active, at that time you find the difficulty, right? Otherwise, it is very easy for you all to change the active into passive. That is simply followed the rule. But there is a twist. Once you are doing passive into active, then there is a twist. Okay, you stuck in the rules. We can change in future continuous, ma'am. So how? I couldn't understand your question, Peter. Why we cannot change continuous? That is your question. in passive to active or in active to passive. In both, beta, if active is not changed into passive, then how would you change the passive into active? It is obvious. Future continuous cannot be changed. Whether it is passive voice or it is active voice, you cannot change it into active to passive or passive to active. Always remember it that future perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous, and future perfect continuous. These cannot be changed into, because the formation of these sentences are, look at minutely, just cross check this, that in future present perfect continuous, have been, has been plus verbs ing form is there, and this is not possible. That have will be also there, been will be also there, then they can put the third form will be there. It is not possible to frame, and that is the reason it is already mentioned that these are the four types of tenses which cannot be changed into active, active to passive or passive to active. They will be neutral, that you can say, right? Any other question, Peter? So I think we are done with the active and passive voice. Do you have any suggestion, Peter, for the next topic? Which topic you people would like to study tomorrow? Abhinav, beta, are you there? Shaurya? Beta, I mentioned if future perfect is there. Of course it is. It can be changed. I told you future continuous and future perfect continuous. These two cannot be changed. Try to understand what I am saying. Future continuous and future perfect continuous. Future perfect can be changed, and the formation is future, that subject plus will, shall plus have plus been plus third form. This is the formation of passive voice. Phantom Eyes Gaming. Jai Rajputana, beta. Your dialogue is bit unique. If I'm not wrong, that is Hitesh, right, beta? Are you there? Mention your name, I'm forgetting. Ice Gaming and Rocking and different names are there, so it is pretty difficult to identify. Phantom, beta, mention your name. Phantom Ice Gaming. You are a bit late. Here you joined. Next statement mention good night. Right, beta? Phantom Ice Gaming, mention your name, beta, quickly. Three participants are showing and I'm not getting any of the replies. So let's say good night to all of you, those who are watching and not replying, and those who are sitting and not replying. Perfect. Amazing topic. Suggested with her. Great. Actually, it should be. Because after tenses, there should be active passive and the next should be direct indirect. These all are interrelated somewhere. If you have command on tenses and active passive, then the next should be direct indirect. But here the rules are enhanced. There are more and more rules in comparatively passive voice even, and pretty confusing also. That is the great part. So you people just come up with this markup that your concept should be clear regarding reporting verb, reported speech, and how when the reporting verb is in past tense, just learn the chart that if the reporting verb is in past, then how the simple will be changed. Simple present will be changed, present continuous will be changed, present perfect will be changed. How they will change accordingly. So just have a look, proper look in the on the rules. Okay? Then only you could understand easily here in the live stream, right, Vita? So give a look on the rules. Okay, Vita, bye. Good night to all of you. I must close. Today also we are going to complete 1 hour. Just 2 minutes are left. So good night. Stay loved and blessed and stay motivated. Keep watching, keep learning, keep growing, keep rocking. Thank you.